One team going home with absolutely nothing but a wasted week, and the other with glory, with stickers in the game, with what they've been fighting for. And we start off with a brawl in middle, all 10 players fighting it out. Comes out better for GamerLegion. Natalie's just trying to survive right now, dropping a smoke and pulling back.
MagnaJez in the right place though. Ooh, a little off there. Flamus runs him down. I do think that's going to be a very exciting head-to-head, and Flamus starts this pistol round off swinging. A hat-trick from him as GamerLegion go all 5 out middle, wrestle for that control.
A lot of players have taken that role upon themselves. Goes a long way. GamerLegion going to do anything but chill in this round, running into the alligator.
Oh, it's going to bite down upon him. MagnaJez, awkward for anything more than the first. And already BB have got everyone over here. They're willing and able to hold down this push. 4 strong on this site hold in an instant, and so GamerLegion churned up, barely even make it past the entrance to main.
Yeah, if GamerLegion tell you they're rushing A, you believe them this early in the game, right? But I think as this series goes on, you're going to see more of the typical ZTR style of calling that we've seen when we saw him at Ancient earlier on in the previous match. And they go full stack A and deal with that well. So first gun round comes up for the CIS squad.
Working this mid control, it's Flamus keen on the openings. Chiron narrowly gets out alive. That is 1.5 on the mid peak. Chiron very wounded.
Oh,
Naughty, well handled there to catch ZTR out in the open. Capitalize on that before the smoke appears in CT. And even looks like he wants to try and play ahead of this. He's going to be able to edge around that smoke. They're not ready for it. Zorti, daylight robbery. As he keeps on swinging, keeps on fighting. And GamerLegion, too much faith in that Molotov. It comes back to haunt them. Just Horson. Oh, that flick is crazy. But a 1v3 as it began. He still has a lot of work to do. Time is the only thing on his side here, and even that is slowly turning against him. A minute left to play with. What does Torsen want to do?
Tried his aim. Now time for the brain. A flank back through red. Both players available. Siren on the chopping block, but stands tall for BB team. Does feel like that edging mechanic is busted, right? Like, I am getting a bit sick of it.
Really throwing himself out there, right? Like, we talk about how a lot of these names, well-known, been around the block a bit, but MagnaJez is the freshest faced, the least experienced, and he's been the biggest part to their success here. And so we've talked about pressure a hell of a lot. If anyone had the kind of right to be feeling it in this match, it would be him.
Oh, bit of a brawl in middle. MagnaJez going down early with Nafany. These heaven climbs have been getting denied. GamerLegion making a note of that. Making BB pay for it. Another push. Finished off. GamerLegion's patience has paid off in this round. Barely need to make a move. Kills come to them. Still establish some good control to kickstart the round, right? Playing your B spawn, smoking that late Molotov, and then just playing reactive to CS as BB are the ones to force fights. GamerLegion play a way more passive round here. They're actually making a lot of noise in A main, which is going to cause some rotation. You can see BB are biting down on this play. They're moving 2 players over for CT. Meanwhile, walking through the B door, playing it slow and steady, contact into the site.
Oh, Siren gets the info, gets the spot off, but he's getting run out by the 2 frontmen of this GamerLegion squad, Flamus and Torsen. MagnaJez churns them both up. He's finally on the board.
No bomb.
Had a very quiet start to the game in MagnaJez, but that double up there has stolen any hope of winning this round away from GamerLegion. They're left with ZTR and Volt, the 2 that were faking the A play, the ones that drew all those bodies away.
It's a really nice setup right now. They could line up. They actually go forcing the fight, and BB decide against it. That's a nice call as well. Volt was actually closing the distance there. He will not be able to stop them escaping, and the AWP is here in time. Zorti not sleeping in this series. 8-4 to begin this map, and his first AWP rings out. but never deep runs. It's worth noting for Zorti, back at Paris, he actually was eliminated in a 2-2 match in the opening stage by GamerLegion. The very major GamerLegion went on to make the grand final. Of course, it's a very different team now, none of the remaining players, but the organization and the coach Ash have at least kicked Zorti down a peg. Today he wants some revenge. Or...
all right, they're going to challenge the Zorti Orps. Top of the board right now for BB. Zorti, first shot connects, seconds a blinder. Not able to get the third one off though. Torsen backstab in the meantime and just removing Siren, siphoning him out of the round on that rotate. Leaves BB a man down, temporarily a 2v2 available for this site control, and that would leave Torsen out of the picture, but they've got to strike now, and with that first kill not going their way, it's left to Magnagez.
Full stick.
On the bomb? They're not checking?
Oh, he had it.
Hops off, and now it's the battle, now it's the brawl, these two donut players. Slend finally gets to fire that shot off on the AWP, and so GamerLegion, for a moment it looked like their stubbornness to not check it, to have faith in Slend's AWP line was going to come back to haunt them.
Maybe he got jiggled, I didn't quite see. That could be why he got off, could be the noise alternatively. And even 1v1 against a donut post plant, that's honestly unwinnable unless you run him down and you have time to do so. So very difficult clutch for Magnagez. GamerLegion break their money and force them into a force. Desperate times call for desperate measures. 5-man B stack for BB Team.
Oh, Nafany, that's awkward.
Where did his smoke go?
Main take out of BB. Siren, though, low on ammo in this MP9. Had to make every shot count. The flashes lend a helping hand. Backstab over in mid from Flamus. Tries to mop this up. Tries to keep him contained. GamerLegion are running back around the map to rejoin him in at elbow. Flamus and Slend trade the contact over in middle. And so what started as a really good round for BB now falls to the Zorti Deagle.
Hard shot. 3-on-1 should be a done deal. Karen's going to give it a go because they're fully invested. High risk, high reward, and the orb shuts it out. Slend reliable in this round. Hits a couple of must-win fights to push GamerLegion over the line.
But the thing that's more important, I think, is just with Nuke coming up next, the pick of BB, one that they're very well versed on, one that you've seen GamerLegion struggle on here, and the fact that across all the BO3 wins for GamerLegion, they've always dropped their opponent's map pick. You want the strong start, you want that guarantee of a third. Flamus leading the charge here, but the spam from Nafany chalks him up with damage, and he'll finish the job on the spam. A man down for GamerLegion. Volt up close, but he gets pounced on. Out through cave, Nafany being a real nuisance here. They haven't been able to deal with him. Instead, they're fighting further forward. Bomb on the back of ZTR. As he moves up close in a CT. The swing and a miss here would cost you everything.
Oh, great position from Zorti as Magnagez backs up as well. Zorti's in the corner. He heard the scope. He should surely take a kill here. And they're not even able to trade. Slend was still holding the back. There's no way of getting out of this one alive. Slend missed shot. Zorti finishes off. And he even gets an AWP for his goodwill as well. BB, huge round. And I love the reset of CT. Realizing GamerLegion didn't feel comfortable enough to plant because Nafany smoke spammed them twice. And they don't have room. And that's all it took.
I mean, we've seen a round exactly like this, right? Last time, GamerLegion got the rotates they were looking for, but the one holdout, the one remaining player was able to buy enough time for those rotates and complicate matters. Will Chiron be able to do the same? It's not looking good for him here. Wrapped on by Flamus. And so Chiron falls, nothing done. Flamus having a round right now, 2 kills.
Ouch.
To tee this one up for GamerLegion. Last time in this A play, it was some heroics from Zorti. He moves out through the spawn, this time donning the AWP. Teammates in there behind him. One back in main, one in donut. GamerLegion poised well for this post-plant, and both take Zorti in the head-to-head, but they're sticking this, and that's when Torsen plays his hand. Doesn't peak yet, but first contact made, and so GamerLegion will deliver on winning out this all-important first half. T-side locked in, and not many options there for Team BB as they're left scrambling into a lost A site.
Yeah, really nice call there from ZTR at the end of the half. It took everything, you know, throwing in 2 mid-takes that they didn't commit on. Fortunately for them, avoiding the AWP. Oh.
And so they want to, I guess, try and jump up and challenge for this.
If they go ramp, even better. Oh, Flammers. Impeccable form. 2 crisp headshots as BB are just stuck in the mud. They're sinking in it. GamerLegion 5 alive. A threatening face in that pistol.
Flammers, meanwhile, went towards going international, right? Moved into an EU team after his time on Nemiga. And even more so than that, I mean, him and Siren even started their playing careers together back in that Team Spirit Academy squad. But they've ended up in very different spots.
Across the server, across the table. And Flammers coming in, threatening yet again, finding a 5v3 with Torsen on B. Got Siren looking to get aggressive. Chase down in the spawn, flash dodge. Torsen low HP, can't really swing. So San just holds on, lets him push into him. Torsen too far away to make that trade happen. Waits for a reflash, it's perfect, but Siren shoots blind and comes up with a kill. 3 on 5, turning back the other way. They don't have that donut control, and they can't re-smoke, which gives a way back in for Volt.
Siren actually wants to go and fight him straight up, take this real estate back, but in doing so, Volt's onto a blinder, and Nafany dead on that swing. Flammers cleans up with a little help from Volt, and that's the energy put right back into GamerLegion. Double digits secured. I mean, not to mention, like, reverse sweeping this RMR in particular is even more impressive because you would have to win 4 BO3s in a row to do it, right?
Spots.
Oftentimes, you've already done the reverse sweep at the 3-2.
Yeah, they may have not earned their last major attendance, but this time they certainly did. If they can win in this fashion, can BB, with the last buy round in this map, field anything? Give us a reason to believe. It doesn't look like it.
He is just on fire. Flammers locks them out of mid, and for BB, the whole game now becomes avoid that guy. Go anywhere else. Get away from Flammers. They're going to try and set their sights on the cave. They get past CTR. Torsen, boom. Can he withstand this? The nade finds great damage. Torsen, a double kill lined up right here. Chiron wrestles with him, able to get out with that, but here's the backstab. Flammers arrives. Big timing from him. As he's very close, that's the bomb on Chiron, and he's not able to hold on. Flammers finds him. Zorti clutch picked up. A roller coaster of a round, but BB just get out of it, denying. Map point to GamerLegion. They live to fight another day.
Yeah, Coach
Zorti throws his name back into the ring.
Coach calls timeout. Calm down. Everybody calm down. That was too much for I think 10 players need the timeout. That was all too much. Swinging through smokes, rushing mollies, no wait, no relaxation. Great hand on Zorti to hit that flick back. He hears one step coming through the smoke. He reacts.
I think one of the reasons why his rifling's looking sick is we are getting a quieter game from Magnajez, who's been kind of the standout rifler, a guy able to open up rounds, always involved in how they play out early, and he's nowhere to be found here on this first map.
I mean, you're reliant on him, right? Like, he takes almost half of the opening kills for this roster, and he was the first guy to go down last round, trying to clear Flammers and Donuts. So you need your entry man if you're going to win this game. Magnajez tries again. It's going to be Flammers once more, spamming him through the smoke. 5v3. BB cannot rest. GamerLegion are right around the corner.
Moving in for the retake, Flammers leads the charge, but goes running right into Nafany. You remove him, that's a big sigh of relief, but there's still more where that came from. Torsen picks up the pace. Siren now beckons them in. Well, GamerLegion crash onto the rocks here as he holds on from the right side. Siren! That's all the damage. That's the round. That's the clutch that keeps the dream alive for BB.
It's taken absolutely everything for BB to hold on to this matchup, but they're doing it. Clutch after clutch. 2 in a row now. right when you're ready to write them off. BB just keep believing. I mean, you've seen this guy clutch on literally the largest stages. Been a while since that major semi-final against FaZe in the main Spirit team.
And there have been times in the past, in some of these matchups, especially when GamerLegion are like a map up in the series already, where it feels like their eagerness to win the game can come back to haunt them.
At least they're playing to win. They go down the ramp again. Look at 5v5. All the damage, no kills. Ugly spray for Torsen. He's had a couple of unforgivable whiffs in this CT side. And once again, that will let GamerLegion down 2 players to the negative.
You hope so.
What do you think?
Yeah.
What's your bet?
I say yeah.
Yeah, should be, right?
But I mean, they did plant far side of the bomb. I don't know.
It is default.
He's all right.
He's fine. Let's see if GamerLegion, I mean, you can get aggressive with MP9s here, try and call something, but I'd like to see something from Spawn a little bit slower. Trust in a stack. Here we go, 4-1. And hope BB make a mistake.
This is okay.
And here they go again.
They're fighting for the lane control once more. ZTR hoping to pull the attention away, but now he's the only one left standing. Gets out with that double. The repeat from Slen down the ramp when ZTR was leaving. I don't know how necessary that feels, as now it's given over what was a 3-on-3, one where you maybe could have tried to reset here after ZTR escapes. Instead, you're down to 2.
They're going to go again.
And you might just have to try and re-aggress.
Oh my god, backs are turned, Harry. Backs are turned. They're watching T-spawn.
They're so nervous. Why would you expect ZTR, after disappearing, to be right here on ramp? Volt, can he be the one to deliver? 2 players there to find, and they get him off the angle with the Molotov. Volt's got to go through the motions now.
All right, experience.
Room given over. BB, fast rotate into the A site. They know that Volt occupies B. They're going to have the bomb plant here. They're going to have time to get set up.
Yeah, I mean, he needs to hurry it, right? He's still playing pretty cautious in case they overthink it. Nafany forced to plant. Zorti goes back to maintain control of Donut. He's going to hear these steps. Yeah, there it is. But it's fake. It's a fake step. Does Zorti fully fall for it? You've got to remain open to the idea he could still reroute. And Zorti does. Beautiful headshot to remove any worry from this round. And we won't see that again. I want to say it confidently. I'm not sure if I believe it, but we won't see that again from GamerLegion. Back-to-back B rushes.
We've talked about the maps to follow. We've talked about how it's BB's map coming up next in Nuke, a very comfortable map for this squad. And so GamerLegion needed the win here on Ancient. With Flamus almost 30 kills deep, you thought they had it dead to rights. But they have to hold on now. They have to stop a BB that look entirely different to the ones they were facing earlier on.
Eyes on Flamus.
Moving in. Every bone in your body tells you he's got to make the difference, and he's got to make it now. 28th kill, but that is the end of the line for Flamus in this round. And now Magnajez lurking through red. Boxes GamerLegion in. Down to 2, Slend and ZTR. Okay. One man on the spawn side, the AWP to try and hold main. Defuse being held, but it's the full 10 seconds, and there's the lineup for Magnajez.
That was not a box for GamerLegion, that was a coffin.
Yeah, Nafany known as a guy who crumbled, a guy who, even with the best pieces from the region, couldn't make it work. And now look at what he has.
The rest. The rejects. And they're doing it. Whether you like it or not, Slend holding strong, taking down that difference maker. Magnajez has been pivotal in these opening kills. He is removed from the round.
I mean, for the first time in this entire second half, it feels like it's a far slower look out of the gate for GamerLegion. They hold more standard, they wait for the fights to come to them. And Slend gets to reap the rewards. Even over here in mid, it's no longer Flamus fighting with flashbangs, having teammates there with him, battling for this mid control where you run the risk of dying early. Instead, it's a very patient approach, one that Nafany was not ready for. BB are in a 3-on-5. And so even though they went absolutely ham to get these 7 rounds in a row, and GamerLegion were willing to meet them in the chaos, throw themselves into these fights, it's the more patient round from GamerLegion that just might save them from defeat on this opening map.
Zorti's AWP at a post-spawn can be the difference maker here, but he's got to start off quick and he's got to start off strong. Flamus hits 30 kills and GamerLegion drag us, kicking and screaming into overtime. No rest for the wicked, no relent for GamerLegion. This time they box BB in. As we enter overtime. Instant door smoke. Putting on pressure. BB can't be certain whether GamerLegion are pushing or not. They are in middle. Chiron, early kill. He's been extremely quiet in this map, but he removes the top performer early. I don't think they should. Oh no, they are. Oh, they completely are. Two players climbing up heaven. The longer Nafany waits here, the better. As BB walk out A, he's caught off guard, sure. But even if he dies, they've got the sight.
I mean, Nafany loves those lurks over towards Cave. When you see it's him, you know the real goal of the round. Magnajez, though, he's first pressured them over at red. Now teed up with this flashbang. They're both blind, and Magnajez, that comes for free. Quick double kill turns the tide of the round. Will it be enough to keep BB in this? Can Magnajez be the one to do it? Very quiet at the start of this series, but alive and kicking now. It's just Torsen left up against it, and Magnajez spammed out, but Torsen can't convert. Those two hero figures, Zorti kept the early game alive, and Magnajez there alongside him down the close.
BB playing a lot more dynamic, going for mid-pressure early, less players towards B in overtime. Chiron again wins his opening fight. There's no trade, there's no assistance for Torsen there. He swings bottom mid without an insta-smoke, without support.
This is to try and give more room to Flamus and Volt on this double push. They're expecting Flamus to be around mid, and he's played right through the smoke. They see Volt, but as he turns, it's Chiron once again to get the better of him. Zorti's AWP locks down ZTR on the B ramp push, and Slend is left a long way from home.
It's happened again. BB are so good at going and slowing down in these 4v4s and these 5v4s when they have advantage, even when they don't. Every time, look at when they were 4B and GamerLegion rushing down ramp. BB would get 2-3 kills. They'd stop, they'd check their flank, they'd wait. Patience paying off, and this AWP save is a requirement if they want it.
There's something poetic about it too, because Flamus in that interview was saying how from the region he's used to playing in, it's a very different game, right? Like, it's a lot more hype, it's a lot more playing to close fast, playing by the edge of your seat. But the thing that's winning this for BB is their patience, the fact that they're slowing down.
In the server, 3 majors attended.
Oh, but is this the pace change? It's looking like it.
Go on, teach them a lesson.
You've done nothing but sit back and wait for the fights to come to you. Suddenly in the last of this first half of overtime, you're the pace setter, you're the trend setter, running it down into the A site. Flamus, first man on the scene, but he is wounded. He is hurting. Smoke blowing open, but Slend's unable to capitalize. It's all falling apart for GamerLegion. That was a golden opportunity. They've done a lot of damage. They've softened up a lot of these BB players. But here's that slowdown. That weight leaves it all on Torsen.
And again, they don't even fake it. They don't even plant it. They wait for the more fights to come through, and they're exactly right. 4 guns up V3, and GamerLegion still give them hunt, still chase. They have been far too keen to close. And Torsen, no kit. Maybe there's one down, but even that should not be enough to stop this post-plant crossfire. Got to get past the first wave in the site. Magnajez waits on the smoke. Zorti is the finishing blow, but Torsen will never even get in. 3 straight rounds on T-side Ancient put BB a round away from a map. A handshake, everyone gives it up. But this is still going to be a late mid commit. Good bait.
Magnajez actually gets out of there. There's no punish. Wow. And as Flamus tries to chase it down, Zorti supports on the AWP. Them two have been the thorn in the side of GamerLegion. Zorti and Magnajez at first working entirely alone to try and keep the game afloat for BB, come together beautifully in what might be the final round of play. Cover from the AWP has teed up Team BB in a 5v4.
That's no thorn, that's a sword. And GamerLegion, an artery cut. They are bleeding out right now. 4v4. A great position for Magnajez to cut this CT play. But do they go A? Because they've still got ZTR lurking around at B. None of this will matter. The bomb loose right now. Magnajez, one more. He'll get half a kill. He's made it interesting. 25 seconds, make up your mind. Zorti, round, game in the palm of his hand.
Going to one player, which might feel like the lesser of two evils, but the man you're running into is Zorti, the one that lit their world on fire. Zorti swinging out with the orb, and it's just left onto Slend. Zorti brings it home. Overtime secured. Team BB long this one out. An epic recovery to steal away the map pick of GamerLegion, and they now go to home turf, one map away from major qualification.
That everyone dreams about. Make your dreams come true on Skin Club.
After being truly tested on their map pick, GamerLegion emerge in this one, having had chances to be a map up in this series, the series that decides whether or not you go to the perfect world major in Shanghai or watch on from home. They now enter the realm of Team BB's map pick. It's Nuke, one that GamerLegion have tried to dodge across the RMR so far. They're going to have to showcase their resilience here as this pistol round looks to go their way. ZTR! Unbelievable scenes over towards ramp. A beautiful three-piece. There's no doubting his mileage on this map after what we saw in that Falcons game the other day.
Trades are very important.
Good timing on the Molotov from Volt.
Yeah.
Was meant to split this in half. He hears the tag in the hut, but they are ahead of it. They are wrapping into the site. He can't stand the test. Torsen battles back with this MP9. ZTR's continuing to spam from the heavens, but getting wrapped on now by Nafany. Captain's looking to clash here. Slend makes it up.
Oh, no.
Oh, doesn't check beneath him. Still, ZTR, good for the trade, and it's left onto Zorti. It was his clutch that got the ball rolling back on Ancient. But expecting him to pick up the pieces here in a round that's that far gone, with Heaven lost. With Flamus barreling up the vent, it's a done deal. GamerLegion are able to remain composed.
Ooh, it's a little tight, isn't it? But Torsen gets a lot of mileage from that double backside setup. Catches the first player off guard. Able to use that MP9 for a lot of damage. So what will Zorti opt to aim for? Boost up early outside. And that's exactly what BB need.
Oh, Flamus.
He's back.
It's a lovely flick up onto Zorti.
Two
And an
rotating.
immediate event drop out of GamerLegion.
They have to play active here. Can't sit forever. You've weakened A horrendously for the moment. So they start to push forward. Oh, if BB just walk out door, they win the round. Oh no.
Oh, well, Volt still floating around at main, and ZTR's actually completely left ramp because of the two players down on lower, so he's in the right place to stop this. Nafany was ready for the first man, wasn't prepared for the second, but flood lines from Torsen. TBB up for their first round. They still keep it slow here, trying to locate ZTR. Nafany's going to be the one to hopefully find him. Low on health. ZTR drops in.
It's loud.
Wasn't quiet. They know he's here. Nafany knows he has that timing. And ZTR in his back pocket, so BB, that's how they get on the board. It's a big hat-trick from the captain.
Game's not done till you unplug your mouse.
Well, yeah, this is where, like, the clean start, the fact that heading into that last round, you had 4 kills total for all of BB has kind of allowed GamerLegion to withstand and stomach a bit of a rough loss in the last round. They still get to have the AWP, they still have all the bells and whistles here, and they're coming through with a bit of outside control. Magnajez fed to that AWP while Flamus makes his move deeper around red. That was nearly a double lined up. Chiron able to trade it, stops Flamus in his tracks. Regardless, GamerLegion are happy with the control. Fights their win. Able to win out in the yard.
Wow, brute force.
But look at this move being made right now from Torsen. Trading places. That's the last thing BB were expecting.
Chiron's going spawn. It's re-smoking outside. Meanwhile, Nafany has to make noise in his position to get anywhere. That smoke helps him get towards Hell, but Torsen's walking through it. This is crazy. Oh dear. They did not know. They find out the hard way. Nafany almost gets another off of a whiff, but ZTR recovers that spray. At least ZTR was there to trade Torsen out on that push. But Chiron, not known to be an AWPer, Harry.
He's got an open runway here to a bomb plant. Oh, but dropping down the vent. He's behind ZTR. ZTR has no idea. Just turns, just in time. ZTR, Spidey senses start tingling.
I do want to see the jump that Chiron had there. I can't imagine. That is a scare. But no info for GamerLegion other than they could be down. That's the call. Are you ready for 4? Trust in Flamus. But not today.
Certainly had a chance there. That kind of staggered jiggle out of BB throws the aim off Slend. Gonna drop down. ZTR, who'd taken up the reins over towards CT spawn, actually moves back into the ramp room here. BB are poised in a way that they are not in any stage of commitment to this lower take. They found a kill there. They know they've cut off all the info here. And they're just going to let GamerLegion stew in that for a moment, especially with how mobile this CT side's been. Wait and see if you can catch anyone adjusting. You know GamerLegion are feeling the nerves right now.
Yeah, but they're making the right move, Harry. They've got a big risk happening. It's 3 players on the site coming through the door. They're not split in time. Nafany's not ready to swing out, and Slend has the cover even when he does. 2v3, and that bomb is loose. This shot re-peek, and Zorti's got it. He knows exactly where Volt is, trapped in the single door. Torsen comes in with a flank, and Siren, they have no info. They don't need to. 15 seconds, he's got to be loud about it, and there's no winning that round for Siren. GamerLegion gamble on the B-bomb site, and they come up with a win.
But he has had Nafany's number here to open up Nuke.
Yeah.
And it's been no contest for Nafany. On the other side, it's like, where do you try and fix this? Because right now you're playing right into the hands of GamerLegion. They might just go for a brawl out in the yard.
Exactly. That's it. Magnajez onto Flamus. That first fight that we look to so many times. Tucked in main, Magnajez doubles up. And that's what you want. Off the leash. He's a beast. Only 2 here. But it's the entirety of the GamerLegion team and a 2v4 on top side. Gonna punish re-aggro lobby. There's no getting away with this round. ZTR could try his best, but BB surround him in A. Brawl is the answer, says Nafany. And finally, Magnajez gets activated. No longer sneaking around the map. He's able to go ham and look for heads-up fights. A chance to recover from a very slow start on the T side. 5 would absolutely be enough, just about. Slend on the boost as well. Easy kill for him. No clear on Siren. They check back Garage. Magnajez responds. Another opener for him onto Flamus. It's Torsen down below with it all to do and not enough to do it with. 3 on 3 now. BB, they don't have to up the pace. Look at Magnajez's position. He has made it all the way. He'll call his troops back up.
Good timing on this response from Volt. I think this was one of the things that made that other Nuke game for GamerLegion very hard, was Volt's drop-off having a big impact on the things they could look to do in the mid-round here. But this time around, far better game from him. He's cleared out lobby, which is a great response with ZTR moving up through secret. He's got all the info. He knows that they've read this one correctly. GamerLegion were poised for the top site hit. A decision that they make blind that is only confirmed now by ZTR. Now
they're going lower.
And so BB, this feels more like desperation.
Yeah.
go back down through Secret, aware that with ZTR having all that info, the top site was going to be reinforced. It leaves Nafany alone to clutch this. And with no knowledge as to where ZTR's gotten to, the angle's open for the GamerLegion rotate. That is a done deal. Nafany is iced out as ZTR continues to call rings around him.
Yeah, you've got to call different setups on CT side to stay ahead of the game, and that's exactly what GamerLegion are doing right now. They're not playing standard. They're not letting BB piece together the answer, because every round there's a new question. This time ZTR, back to ramp. Magnajez has been the one reliable piece outside, looking for those picks. He falls off the box, the crouch is too much, and he gets shut down by Flamus. ZTR positioning safer so he can escape if things go wrong, and they're about to. 4 players coming in.
As he goes down B, Flamus is already here, and you've got Slend in position to watch onto the heavens, so you're prepared for ZTR, sure. You know that you're going to face this guy as you go down into the B site. It's Flamus who's that nasty surprise, tucked in right at the back. Door closed as well to cover up the fact that he's already down here. So ZTR, his job, try and get one, but really it's to draw the attention away. Flamus, now a chance to spring to life, holding on with the AK for now, but eventually run down. Here's that fast rotate out of Torsen, and he will stop them taking this double doors control. The best spot to try and have in these post plants is denied for Team BB. Nafany wrestles back, and they deal with Torsen in the window. It's left to Slend, and a slowdown now for BB Team as they wait for him to play his hand. Slend right now has a chance at a 1v1. If he swings this open, that's the bomb away. That's Nafany dead. Tap on it. Slend opens. Bomb dropped. BB, it's left to Chiron. Slend low on health. Oh, calls the bluff, runs the door, and Chiron able to put a stop to him.
Oh, I'm not sure about that. Slend's still running at him. He doesn't open the door to fight. He opens the door to push, like Chiron's behind the site. He played that perfectly.
With 2 players already down at lower, GamerLegion know that BB haven't made it across. Zorti, that's a big kill to find from him over in Garage. That's opened up a bit of a runway here for space to get taken for BB outside, but they leave him there alone and instead go back into lobby where GamerLegion have actually planted the flag. They've already taken a good bit of room from Torsen. Now, he is alone in this fight. There's no support. So for Torsen, you have to be a one-man army here. Get out with as much as you can. Nothing found. Magnajez on the opener.
Sharp.
Zorti's still waiting back in Garage. Right as GamerLegion get the info that BB have gone back into lobby, and so Zorti knows his time might come soon to start making moves. He's going to be a real nuisance at harassing and cutting down players on the rotate, trying to fake out the A split. Hoping to divide and conquer on GamerLegion as BB make it down the ramp into an empty lower site.
Yeah, he missed his volley though. That was meant to land in front of the vent. Instead, GamerLegion can rotate down. They've got 2 players in position. Zort's going to try and backstab them. Important kill as they put pressure on the planter with a flashbang. Slend hits a running headshot. Quick entry denied by Nafany, and no kit, no chance. You would like to think in a 1v2 for ZDR. They're split up. A 1v1 approaches, but he has no idea where Zorti's gotten to. Wrapping round to the single door side with the bomb on his side. Oh wait, no it's not. Full stick, Zorti sneaks in, and somehow, someway, ZTR wins it out.
Not just calling rings around them, but standing up and delivering in the 1v2. Hasn't just been besting Nafany in the reads and in the leads of this CT side. The battle, the mind games between ZTR and Nafany continue in this pistol. ZTR faked the top site hit and gets that molly in down the vents. That was to try and slow the vent drop, to try and keep Magnajez out of the double doors. And him arriving just a few seconds later has given this position over to GamerLegion. This is such a strong position to hold in the post plant. They don't just hold it. They try to run down. 4 players go swinging into Zorti. Siren's dualies, and now BB battle back for control over the double doors. Just Torsen and Volt to get past. There's the backstab from ZTR. Always forcing them to look over their shoulder as GamerLegion pick up the pistol.
I've never seen anything like it, right? Like, he's just behind them every single round. He's done it all day. He was doing it in the previous series against Sinners. Just the Bane behind. And really smart pistol for GamerLegion. They keep it pretty simple, but like you said, that molly makes absolutely all the difference. More than impressive recovery after BB did the exact same thing in the opening map.
Just a flat A-side hit. They go running into the stack, sure, but if you get out having braved this, the 5 pistols there, not enough. Oh, Nafany, that push through the smoke has left it just on Slend. They're both so low. Oh, but Siren doesn't care. The pistols, the 5 stack. Finally, Nafany gets his read. And for GamerLegion, they hand over a round right at the turn of the round that would have put them on map point here.
That's such a relief. I'm glad we get to see that, because while I'm not expecting the best comeback of this series to be in map 2, I'm glad BB get a full buy when they have the room to move, right? They can afford to lose 1 round on T-side Ancient, but he's also been pretty irrelevant in this game. He had a couple of nice rifle rounds outside. Other than that, they went in slow rounds and GamerLegion just run rings around.
It was a string of clutches that helped, you know, bring BB back into that first map. They've not even really been in position to attempt those sort of rounds here, those type of clutches. It's been so one-sided that it hasn't felt doable. Flamus even here sneaks down the vent, manages to get all this control. These are the smokes that GamerLegion have loved doing. They have a lot of variations for how they like to throw these in, the plays that can springboard off the back of it. And so you never know what to expect from these outside smokes.
Chiron checked from heaven, but he didn't go wide enough. They actually have no idea there's a player here. He's a dead man walking right now. Easiest kill of your life. Does get dinked, but it's the control that ZTR has allowed. They're going to reboost Heaven. Really nice move, but they've got to be really quick about doing this. Down the vent, they had no idea. Flamus has been here all along. That's also a crazy move, considering they lost info outside from the smokes anyway. Botched boost.
Flamus even moving up through the vent. They are about to pincer this top site from every available angle. Main split, Heaven. Zorti is in a position to give chase. There is this gnarly crossfire between Siren and Nafany. There's the vent play. ZTR in the clutch, can't stick the landing.
Slend quick switches. I don't know what that was. He swapped off his weapon, maybe to try and pull a smoke for the plant, but they hadn't even got a kill yet.
But it is this yard control they're looking for. They spot the challenge out from Heaven. Magnajez trying to spam the cross, but they chase him.
Cheeky.
Torsen hops in and even gets out. Surviving there is mad. And that's a 5v4 that goes untraded. Flamus dead on the lurk. That's something at least. A serious piece removed. You can breathe a little easier for now if you're BB. You know that Torsen is low on health. And this is where BB makes some moves of their own, clearing the lobby.
Oh, they've just missed it though, Harry. Chiron's coming back. That's something.
He's in this fight all alone. Teammate that was there up and left, and with ZTR keeping focus down here on lower. Do they want to let him play first? ZTR's called a great game here. Will he beckon them down lower? Because right now it's looking mighty clear to him. Zorti is trying to play the long game. And with so little time left, 25 seconds, Zorti unaccounted for. As far as GamerLegion are aware, this lower site is empty. But Zorti's orb has lurked here in the shadows the whole time. ZTR puts a stop to it, quick to react. And with that kill, with that trade from the captain, the man that is called rings around BB, this one is a done deal. GamerLegion get their revenge, and this time walk it over the line without a fret. This one will be settled on Mirage. and outposition BB on their home map of Nuke. So it's Mirage where the scores will be settled. Not a single pistol round for BB in this entire series so far. Let's see if they're able to change that now.
Explosive pistol round into this site, and the flash takes them deep into CT spawn as well. They're going to hunt down this first player. Some ugly shots for MagnaJets, who will be a required player if BB are going to take this map and series. It was very quiet, very cold over on Nuke. GamerLegion ready to swing. There's no flash for this setup.
This whole pistol round comes down to this fight for the spawn, and you've got to do it dry if you're BB. The kit's right there, but oh man! Zorti makes it happen! Will this be BB off to the races with their first pistol round in the dying lights of this series? Volt left up to clutch, and he can't manage it. All 5 for Zorti, who means business. Finding the pistol that has eluded BB all series long.
Zorti has been a monster with a USP today. He's had multiple 2 and 3K rounds on these such important pistols, and finally puts together an ace to top it off and start strong. This is what Yanko said on the desk. He said he wanted a strong start for BB.
Opening stage merchants. They're not even merchants. What's the opposite of a merchants? I don't know. They would always get reamed out in those opening stages. And even though they got close sometimes, even though they would always be right there, they would never make it any further. So he kind of wants to set the record straight.
Yeah. And his last appearance at a major in Paris was eliminated by GamerLegion in that opening stage. A stage that GamerLegion reverse swept to a grand final. He's out for blood, he's out for revenge, and BB coming swinging for the fences in this second round. It's a force-up with it all on the line, but scissors for BB break through and cut this one down. It's 2-0 for BB.
Already, the start from MagnaJets and Zorti is a very promising sign. Those were the 2 big players in that opening map.
It's absolutely who you need, right? Zorti playing confident. But Flamus, sharp as ever, catches Chiron on a wide swing. Zorti still sits here. This is super dangerous right now. The re-smoke, he doesn't care. He fights. He flicks down. Then he gets out. That's almost unnecessary, but Zorti doesn't seem to care. There's only 1 player in the site. Volt now making a move, trying to fake this out. It's a huge kill and draws everyone away. Nafany's going to get the trade. Siren
saw him. Siren got the info. Not ready for the man straight out window though. Slend hopping in, deals with that one-site player. Nafany dead. MagnaJets, can he deliver? No, he can't. ZTR puts a stop to his sprint up catwalk, and GamerLegion.
But Flamus behind enemy lines once again on great timing. Siren running, doesn't know what he's walking into. You can be ready for window. You're not ready for this. Easy entry for Flamus. At 120, he's in CT spawn. Zorti needs to hit that shot, but it's then coming for him. Meanwhile, another lurk denied. Flamus buying time with 2 in the
faking
site.
This. Like, the bomb is over towards Palace right now. Flamus has put so much pressure on B. These 2 players are stuck here. They can't go anywhere.
Oh, no scope.
Still, he takes Chiron out of the round with him, and Zorti's not in a rush to move. It is a free A site.
They are hunting this round right now. They're barely winning it, and Torson's trying to stop this AWP save. He knows the impact of Zorti on the CT side, and so for that reason, he denies. Torson, 1 more would be a kicker, but Nafany might have a shot to save Zorti's weapon of choice. This is nice. Let's piece it together perfectly.
I mean, it shows how much impact the Zorti's been having. The whole exercise here for GamerLegion was about trying to deny that save. And even now, they're spamming on the AWP. They know that that's what Nafany was going for. No AWP save today. Zorti does not get to play with his weapon of choice. I mean, Flamus clearly feels very comfortable across this map of making these crazy timing plays where it's all about, you know, threading the needle, hitting the perfect timing to get behind enemy lines, to root out the opposition. Simple himself was even shocked by it from that Falcons game, just how often he went on these crazy sets of pathing to get behind them.
All right, this is still walking into a stack, though, with a bunch of pistols in the site.
Oh, the Molly
great
has
position.
spread onto Nafany. They think it's clear. Picks up 1 for free. They know he's trapped down here, but him just being alive is buying time for the rest of the gang to move over, and it's only these vanilla pistols, but Nafany trades up onto the Deagle. Quick work made over Flamus, hero of the last round. But Volt and ZTR more than capable of picking that up. And so a tie game now. We were wondering how GamerLegion would cope being on the back foot after losing their first pistol round in this series. They have not broken a sweat yet. Getting on the board early, getting ahead in terms of the money.
Double smoke, triple smoke. Coming back for more, and Zorti is just anchoring that A site from CT. It's a very aggressive round. Up catwalk quickly. Chiron, pivotal piece on short, but he has been underwhelming in this RMR. We need him now more than ever if BB are going to win this series. Zorti, they're already out. The luck through Palace given away. Magnajez covers, and Zorti needs to be cautious.
I mean, even though there's pressure on this guy to perform, you wouldn't know it. He's not taking any crazy risks here. Very safe pair of hands back at the spawn. Just being helped out by Magnajez, who plays this lurk. They cross right by each other. ZTR makes it past, sure, but ZTR's the one who's got to fire off first. At that point, Magnajez,
they've swapped.
Good position to lock him down in a trade. This feels like a golden goose type position, but it's not. It's more of a poison chalice for ZTR. It's going to be hard for him to get out of this with more than one. Drop on a siren, but there's that backstab. Magnajez deals with him. And now it's just Slend.
Just waiting for the chance. It may never arise. 30 seconds, they don't need to move. Got to catch Zorti on one of these jumps, but they're made to be risk averse. He's going to get the info soon enough. And there's the spot from short as well. Makes it even harder for Slend to win this round. Crossing in, nice shot. Looking for more, but overwhelmed. And BB should have time to grab that AWP as well. So 4-3. Solid round for Magnajez. The two standout players of this BB team giving all they've got in the third map of this series. Fall by, all on the line.
This is what the coach wanted. This is what they wanted to do. Fast out through the apartments, but the nades are brutal. They don't even make it in, and they are so wounded. ZTR with one kill, Siren. They get wrapped on in the back of this smoke, and Slend picks him up, so it wasn't a good look at the first turn of this round. The util felt like it had done enough, but these MAC-10s are punishing. A TK in the mix. That is not ideal, but Slend is trying his damnedest to make up for it. Zorti talked about this guy all third map long. 1v2 clutch laid out ahead of him. They swing together, and it's so nearly a lineup, but Slend is able to drive it home.
I love the way that Slend and Flamus play off each other there. Flamus was already out early. Instead of just taking space in the 3v3, he waits till Slend gets out, drops, make noise on sight, and then Flamus comes through the smoke. It was just a 2 or 3 second delay, but if he doesn't wait for Slend, he dies there, and there's an advantage for BB.
There hasn't been a lot going on between the two of them. And now a tempo change out of GamerLegion. They try to run fast out through Palace. They deal with Nafany in the site. ZTR in the meantime is making quick work of middle. But this Zorti orb puts fear in GamerLegion. Torsen gets out, has the bomb on his back. ZTR's trying to close the distance up through connector. Siren needs to be setting up Zorti here. Playing through the smoke first is Zorti's AWP. Torsen on the fade, now spotted, boxed in, will convert the spray. There's a backstab available. Zorti is living on borrowed time. ZTR hiding in their con smoke. Here's the weapon change. No, that orb's been put down. And he does not overplay his hand here. He waits, a Molotov. He knows that could be enough, but hang on a second, there's a smoke for Zorti. Doesn't have the kit, so he plays up and over for the kill. And even though he gets 4 in this round, no glory for Zorti. Does everything he can, but it's simply not enough. 4 kills from the BB AWP. And still they're left wanting. GamerLegion
And now we have a B pop again. It's just Siren. Zorti's been nade stacked in con. He's already low. Kyron's coming back. The two weakest guns in the same site.
Siren is certainly a chances over here towards B, but it's just a one and done for him. Oh, full blind. And Burns alive. They hear the tag. They replenish that Molotov. They force him into Volt's crosshair. Kyron and Siren are getting bullied over here on B. But they've been able to reclaim the numbers. Slen slips on out through the apartments, dropping in now. That's the bomb committed. Up and over, he looks for his fight, looks for his pick, that first incision, but it won't connect. And they haven't even learnt about this Zorti AWP yet. Out on an island in the site with just that AWP beside him, Slend falls. And now Volt's got to clutch up. He spots that AWP making it across.
I feel like they really weren't on the same page there. Slender's pushing through the smoke. Volt had to cross into the site. They could have slowed it down. Instead, Volt has to clutch, and Magnajez does not let that happen. BB, a must-win round to stay afloat on this CT side, or this could and would have been a sweep. BB, can they fill the void? Looking for an even half. Some very simple rounds, very explosive rounds with firepower behind GamerLegion, but talk firepower, you talk a Zorti or back a CT in the right place. Nathmi on the balcony as well, getting overwhelmed with flashes, but they don't even look his way. Zorti draws them in, knocks them out, picks them from the sky, looking for another ace perhaps. At the end of the half, Zorti finds 4, putting them in his backpack. 19-6, and trying to drag BB to their first major. BB with a smoke flash. And a little A-ramp explode. We don't have a kit for what will certainly be a post-plant, so pressure is on Volt to thin the numbers early. Flashes go deep, he swings out. Good shot, but he's getting overwhelmed. Can anyone come in for support? Volt squeezing 2 from the trigger. Torsen with cover from the stairs finds another, and Flamus as well joins the fray. GamerLegion hitting the headshots when required. It's only Zorti. I shouldn't say only, but they run him down. They give him no room to breathe, and GamerLegion get back in the game with a pistol again.
The only man left from that roster's appearance at the Copenhagen Major. Buy round back out now for BB.
Oh.
Kyron opens, haven't had to say his name too much.
Whoa.
ZTR trying to get aggressive.
Good flash at least.
Legion were working within limitations here as they attempted the bonus round. But it might be too much to stick the landing with. There's this heavy rotate for GamerLegion over towards B right now, but that's where Kyron could complicate matters.
It looks too obvious to be a fake. I think Slen's figured it out. They saw the flash into B, but no push. Seems too obvious. Can Slen find Zorti? Lower in mid. Headshot dink. Zorti gets out. Barely a living. Volt again overwhelmed. And BB break in with their first rifle round. It's going to be back and forth the entire way to close this game. You can already tell.
You know you've got the GamerLegion squad pinching their last few pennies here. So trying to take advantage of that as they move into middle. They mow down the con setup. They deal with the swing from ZTR. Even though they meet 4 GamerLegion players over here in mid, they come out swinging. They come out smiling. And so BB have done all the legwork here for the round win. And now they can even look to make it punishing. Look to take all the guns away. Break GamerLegion as they tie this game up.
And those rechecks have firepower. They have aim. They got Zorti. Kyron coming out ramp, dead immediately. Magnajez playing with pace, overwhelmed in the site. Volt still takes one with him. They can't trade him. The mollies hold them back.
And the aggression stifled for the time being. Siren tries to make a move, but cleanly handled by ZTR. Zorti is so far away from Nafany here, and the bomb still dropped over towards T-spawn. BB need to slow this round down. They have to give some time to Zorti to try and influence on this flank. Smoked off at the top of connector. Zorti is being the one to make a world of difference in this third map. But what can he do in the 2v4? That first kill comes for free. Zorti finds the gap. Slend low on health, back turned, a freebie, a trade onto Zorti. And Nafany, so far removed, had to go back and get that bomb. Loses his teammate in the meantime.
Nafany against the world right now.
Low HP on the AWPer, that's the only thing going his way. That kill walks right into his crosshair. Nafany! It's close! Torsen barely able to contain it, but he manages shutting Nafany down, putting a stop to that crazy gambit all the way, rooting back through spawn. And Nafany knocked out ties this game up again. Torsen able to deliver. Orb carried out of the round to boot. GamerLegion are not ready to give up.
Yeah, the heart's almost stopped there for a second, right? But a relieving win, and this tug of war continues on. It can't just be this two-man army, though. Surely that can't be enough, right? Chiron, Siren still irrelevant in this third map. To be honest, a seriously disappointing tournament for Chiron. Even one round could change their fate. There's a trade. With the entry man and Magnajez dead, Flamus falls with just one as well. Torsen through the smoke doesn't get traded, in fact gets out. He gets more through the smoke. Oh, it's ugly, but it might just be enough. 2v3 with a site control lead. BB down a man.
It's the same duo from last round. Last time Zorti was able to get one, but then got hung out to dry, all on an island over towards jungle. This time he lets Nafany play first. Tries to tee him up with this flash into the spawn. Nafany's not given the fight, and it's all a fake anyway to try and set up ZTR for that free kill right there. Zorti now alone, and Volt chasing him down as the double swing from spawn comes out. GamerLegion build upon that lead. He has not succeeded in that goal.
No, you may be forgiven if your team gets it over the line and you were a contributing piece of that, but right now he's lacking, and BB are now down a round. They may suffer the same fate of that Paris VP run. Pushing up top mid, Flamus, this is a ballsy move right now, but this guy has shown nothing but confidence all tournament long. He sits inside the smoke. He hears the boost come down. Molly clears the boxes, but Orb waits at the top of mid. Flamus, pre-fire headshot. Finds Zorti like it's nothing, like he's not 24-11. What a statement opening kill. It's got to force BB's hand. They don't have a choice. B split on the cards. It's a good Molotov. ZTR has to just run through it. Damage done, he gets out. They're walking up Cat. This is a B split materializing. To GamerLegion stay aware. Orp on the line. Slend actually backs up to default. They have no idea. They're not in position. In the middle of the open sits Torsen. He's a dead man walking.
Whoa! Slender's just saved them! Chiron blindsided. Torsen still picked up. Magnajez.
One kill.
Moving in, are they ready for ZTR up on this boost? If he goes unchecked, he could take it all away. Clash of the captains, ZTR bests him. Flamus already arriving right out in no man's land now, but there's the support, there's the help. GamerLegion, 11 rounds, so close, touching distance to that major.
But GamerLegion now hold a steady lead. 2 rounds with a broken bye. You've got your best player on a deagle in this one. And Flamus has just been a reckoning. But Chiron runs through a smoke and teaches him a thing or two. Double for Chiron. Then this game's still got legs.
BB is still trying to go fast here, though, and they go right into this double hold. Right now, the B side's empty. Magnajez picked up over in middle. Suddenly, Chiron, someone who's been nothing but problematic here, might have to be the man to try and make all the difference. He's got Zorti left up in this with him,
dear.
but on the reroute back round, Slend, just as in the last, this crazy check, this crazy push is the thing that looks to take it all away.
What more can you ask for? We asked for a round. He gets his double kill entry, and BB don't slow down. They run through a ram smoke, Harry.
But as much as this one man wanted it, it might not be enough. GamerLegion, 5 kills away. they're leaving a lot of options open for how they could play the round, but they've become, a jack of all trades, a master of none. Eventually, they've got a group here. They've got to make up their mind, and it's just this B hit.
ZTR has called and commanded an incredible run from 0-2 down, and he is going to be the pivotal piece in the center of the action, and GL are rotating every player over.
He has called a blinder. He has read BB. They are all here to put a stop to this. ZTR falls first, but here come the waves of the Legion, and they flush over Team BB. GamerLegion Major secured from 0-2 down. The full reverse sweep. The 4th consecutive Major for this GamerLegion squad.
And 4 debutants as well in the GamerLegion jersey. First time Major appearance for everyone but Volt.